All right, how's it going, guys? Suntok here again. So I wanted to continue on dissecting some of these channeling materials. Here I just picked a random one. This is from Galactic Messages, Galactic Federation of Light, and this is the recent one. I just pulled it just by random. This is the most recent one, and let's go ahead and dissect this. I copied and pasted all of this here, all of the material, and posted it on top. Let's see, on top Word here. Links will be posted at the description of the video if you want to check out the channeling for yourself. But let's go ahead and dissect this because this is good. All right. So again, a good channeling material should be simple. Should have three components. Should be simple in its communication. Should be coming from love, and it should be empowering. Fair and simple, huh? Not too complicated. So. How we do this again is first we center and ground ourselves. Keeping your center, knowing what center is, knowing where your strength lies is in your center is the first part. If you're not centered, you're reading something like this, you'll never know what is good or what is not, because you're not starting from a base platform of strength and centeredness and sovereignness. So a lot of the again, it's probably due to the qigong practices. Learn to be in center. So first, just feel your own body, feel being in your own strength, and we'll start off with that. Okay, so we'll start off with this channeling here. I already went through, highlighted some of the stuff that instantly pushed me out of my center. It's not that I'm trying to look for points that is negative or anything. What I'm doing is I'm just feeling my strength, feeling my center, and anything that I read that pushes me or shifts me in any direction, I make note of. Whether it's strengthening my center and my strength, or is it trying to divert me and push me off center and off course. It's like a balloon or a ball expanding in all directions. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this. First one I highlighted. Let's see, we see you protesting on the streets, and we understand that you want large-scale change and you want it now. We are here to assist you make the changes that you call for, and that you make clear it is what you wish for yourselves and your families. Here it denotes a savior role, that we are here to assist you, but also to make changes that you call for, and that you make clear it is what you wish for yourselves and your family. So here it denotes a savior role. Okay, let's go on. Those of you those of you who see us as either lazy, cowardice, pacifist, apathetic, cold-hearted, mean, uncaring, abusive, I thought that was a little like extreme in naming all of these negative terms, but so I just highlighted that. I'm sure it's an interesting, odd technique, but let's go on here. Here they talk about, when you hear us say we are your families, what comes to mind? Let's see. Parents here within, let's see. Some of you actually have parents here within the higher realms, literal brothers and sisters, maybe even children, sons and daughters. Here it's trying to suggest that a part of you exists with them, that it is an eventuality that you come into your full power with them, associating them with the higher dimensions. There are those of you who have literal nuclear, I have no idea what that means. As you say, families here within the higher realms. You have a mother who gave birth to you. Though this birthing may be different than the physical birth that you in the third dimension world experience, there are those of you who therefore have a father here as well. Yes, you do. You have a mother and a father, and they are here. Perhaps part of our organization. Perhaps they are the ones that are occasionally sharing messages with you. Again, here the association trying to displace your center as with the thoughts and ideas that you have a father or a mother with them on this higher dimension, maybe even part of their organization. Again, the eventuality that you will come to accept and come to terms that they are of the higher dimension. I don't like this association. It's sort of manipulative. Moving on. When you call us frauds and you call us heathens, liars, deceivers, invaders, conquerors, You're in some cases calling your own family these terrible names. I thought, again, it's like, wow, interesting. So I just underlined it. In some cases, some of you have higher selves who are in fact you. It is your higher future self. This is not a figure of speech. This is a metaphor. Some of you are actually here with us as members of the Galactic Federation of Light. Again, your higher self, part of the Galactic Federation of Light. And you know, these material really only work on people. I can see that they're targeting people who are not centered, who are not sovereign in their own strength and in their own power. Because if someone was sovereign in their own power, you'd clearly see through a lot of this. But it's interesting to point out, when some of you ascend into this, the higher realms in the very near future, you will be merging with your higher self who is already here at times, as time is not linear. So here again suggesting soon it is inevitable that you will be ascending to the higher realms. And at that time, if you're calling us heathens and liars, you know what? You're going to have to face up to what you've been calling us, because we are you. So the eventuality of this hints and suggests a very manipulative role. Okay, moving on here. Let's see. Let's start from the next sentence. It's a run-on sentence. Okay. You can even pause it, if you will, talking about time, for a while and recoup, re-energize, refocus, and reset your course for where it is you wish to sail on into your future journey, if you will. For again, the future, the word future must be used loosely from our perspective, though not as much from your perspective. From your perspective, you can use the term future very assuredly. So again, here it's denoting a sort of like inferior and superior position, our perspective, your perspective, from your perspective. You know, this you can keep in mind that you are heading for your futures. Duh. And for many of you, your future is right here with us as members of the same organization. So here it is again. Just this repeated, redundant drilling into the subconscious that it is inevitable. Higher dimensions is with us. We are a higher dimension, and you are inevitable to join us. So you might as well accept us now. And here again, it names same organization that today some of you slap in the face, curse, mitigate, argue, condemn, condone, insult, spread wild lies, untruth, and disinformation. Wow, it just goes on, and I have a theme. I have an idea of what they're trying to the image that they're trying to create here. But let's go on first. This leaves us pondering what kind of soul puts down so an organization that they are to become a part of one day. Really interesting. Again, over redundant, saying that it's inevitable that if you are to evolve, that you will evolve into their organization, as if that is the only way, that they are the only way. I highlighted some parts here in green. Hopefully this comes through. And here in green also, and this area in green. And this is all related, but let's read the red first. The successful, okay. We say to you, though you are so very close to the end of your voyage, the successful completion of your long, arduous, and incredibly fascinating trip. Like there's a destination, like there's an end point in life or evolution. They said death is the greatest illusion, yet nothing ever dies. Energy only transforms from one form to the next, to the next, to the next. Here denotes that there's a successful, that there is a higher dimension, and yet there's an endpoint. There is a endpoint to something, and I don't dig that, because again, it's about the journey, not the destination. From what I've experienced and what I've been through, and any successful, any destination or any reward is a trap that they're setting as bait. Okay, now let's read the green part here. We have come up with this answer for. Let's see. This leaves us pondering what kind of soul puts down so an organization that they are to become a part of one day. We have come up with this answer for this, and we say this soul is confused. This soul is at this time juncture lost. This soul is in fear. This soul does not know which way to turn, who to trust, what to call fact, fiction, truth, or falsehood, reality or illusion. And here you got to remember, reality creates prophecy creates reality. I mean, These are suggestive terms to get you into a trance mode, confused. This soul is confused. This soul is at this time juncture lost. This soul is in fear. This soul does not know which way to turn, who to trust. It's being real general because we all feel a little confused. We all feel a little bit lost, and we all have a little bit of fear element. Fear is not a problem. It's not knowing how to deal with your fear is the problem. This soul does not know which way to turn, who to trust, what to call fact, what to call fiction, truth or falsehood, reality or illusion. You know what? That's the great mystery in life. There is no assurity in life. The only assurity is that things will change. And so this is one extreme, and then if we go down to the bottom here, and we say to you to not lose sight now, to not lose focus, to keep track of your compass point, and make sure the needle is forever pointed to light, to love, to truth, to understanding, to tolerance, to kindness, to friendship, to cooperation. If you just take this at face value, it seems like, oh, those are great values. Those are great terms. But let's go on first. Do not give in now to the swirling sands around you, to allow your ship to lose track, and your compass to spin round like the hands of a clock, sending you in all kinds of directions that will bring you everywhere, but to here where it is you want to be. Again, here denoting with them on the higher dimensions that you're the eventuality of it. They've just induced you into being confused, into being lost at this time juncture, in fear, not knowing which way to turn, who to trust, who to call fact, what to call fiction, truth, falsehood, reality, or illusion. And now it subtly denotes, do not lose track, keep your ship directed, do not lose your compass point, focused on love, on light, on understanding, on tolerance, on truth, on kindness, on friendship, cooperation. And then here, so very subtle, slipping that right in, and that it's really sounds like to me it sounds like a type of technique where you would beat and drill someone, a servant, into loving a master. Something that I would hear maybe in a story where or a skit where a pimp is beating down and trying to express love to one of his girls, and it's obviously not the kind of love that what I would want to be into. I don't know if that's what people are wanting to be into, but that's what I feel from this here. And you know what? Love is felt. Love is not heard or spoken about. Love is a feeling. Here they're talking about to light, forever pointed to light, to love, to truth, to understanding, to tolerance, to kindness, to friendship, to cooperation. But this kind of light, love, truth, friendship, cooperation that they're talking about is a subservient type. It's a passiveness type. It is not an empowering type. It's not the strength that comes from true love, or true light, true truth, understanding, or anything like that. This is a subservient type of attitude that they're trying to beat down into submission. Let's see. This is what you are doing with each and every thought of each and every day. We just wish you to understand this, for we honor and respect the choice you will make, but we must make clear to you what it is some of you are choosing, and it is not a course set that will deliver you to our harbor. Again, we respect you and we understand that you have a choice, but hey, you're going down the wrong way. You know what I mean? This is we're over here. So it's like, we love you, but hey, dude, we're here. So attitude. Will they take you here within the higher realms, a place that is only gifted to you through learning and earning it, and not through desiring it? Do we make ourselves clear here? Again, it's like a pimp slapping down on one of his girls. Oh man, this is too much. Okay. That your right to exist within the higher realms of the universe is a right you earn. Okay? And therefore you will not be gifted with the keys to our entranceway. So here it denotes a type of earning that they grant you the keys and the entranceway into the higher dimensions, that without them you do not enter the higher dimensions. They are your only way, as if, again, placing themselves as intermediaries between us and the source or the higher dimensions. And You know what? Who wants to go into the higher dimension? I don't. Dude, I want to be exactly where I need to be, where I need to continue learning my lessons. And if it's here in this third dimension, so be it. And you know, like water only flows to naturally to where it belongs. It never reaches high, it never reaches low, except where exactly it belongs. You know what I mean? And here the constant suggestiveness of you need that you want to be in a higher dimension denotes like man, they're just baiting us, baiting, and going fishing with us. You know, I personally believe that what grants us the entrance into higher dimensions is our heart, our own heart. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, Book of Life, Book of Death, I forgot which it was. But at the moment of death, it shows Anubis weighing the heart against a feather. In order to enter the kingdoms of heaven, your heart is weighed against a feather. And you know what? I personally believe that represented that you needed to cultivate a sort of lightheartedness through all of your trials and tribulations and your struggles in life. You need to cultivate a lightheartedness to be able to enter into the kingdoms of heaven. And I believe only our hearts can grant us the gift, the key into entering the kingdoms of heaven, into the higher dimensions. At least that's what I exist, because that empowers me and my heart and my choice. Whereas this here, clearly, it's just brainwashing. This is cultish activity. Okay. Okay. This is the way it must be. This is the way it has always been and will always be, unless there came a day when your creator changed this law, and we do not see him changing this law. So here, for me, what this feels like is your creator. It sounds like an artificial creator, like the government changing laws, which is an artificial construct, an artificial law. This is not the law that is of the Tao, of the way. You know, this is not nature's law or the universe's law, the way, the natural law. This is an artificial law, an artificial construct of an artificial creator, a master and servant relationship changing the law. That's what it denotes to me. We do not see this, for this would never be fair to the rest of you who have earned your right to be here. Through your love, your tolerance, your understanding, your kindness, generosity, and your support for each other. Again, this is beating down submission and passiveness. This is not. I personally don't feel love from this message. It talks of love here, but I don't feel the love. I hear love, but hearing love is very different from feeling love, because feeling love, no words can describe. You feel the radiance, you feel it melting. There's no defense. It melts barriers, it melts countries, it melts borders, you know. This love here is a beating down submission of love into passivity, into doing nothing, into begging and pleading for the keys. You know, it gets you so worried that you're afraid of doing anything. Hopefully that demonstrates tolerance, understanding, kindness, acceptance, you know, for your controllers. Brainwashing and cultish activity here. Let's see. Wow, long run-on sentence. For those are the attributes of our worlds here within the higher realms. And until a soul demonstrates he or she has reached these understandings and respects them, honors them, practices them, and they become a part of their persona, their core, their life, then this soul must continue their schooling within the lower dimensions until such a day where crazy. This is how it is, and we are sure that all of you, if you think about this, will come to the realization and understanding that this is only fair and just means to govern the differing dimensions of this multidimensional universe. Really, we are those of you who have mastered these virtues. We are your friends, and we are your family of the Galactic Federation of Light. Man, personally, I do not want to sit down and even have coffee with these people, because it's retarded. This is the master-servant relationship, and this is like a beating down into submission. Hope this is clear. And again, let's go over. Was it simple? Yeah, relatively simple. Did I feel the love? Did it come from love? Absolutely not. I did not feel no love from this. Was it empowering? Zero empowering. It empowered me. It was trying to empower you to understand that you need to be passive. You need to be understanding, supportive, kindness, generosity, and then towards your masters, towards the world, and basically it's beating you into submissiveness, into passivity, into doing nothing, into making no change, and just praying that your tolerance will grant you the gift of entering into the higher dimensions. And this is crazy. This is retarded. Okay, hope you enjoyed this channeling. Take care until next time.